Hello guys, today we're going to take two old socks and turn them into brand new split toe socks. So check it out.
Aimless, silly.
Beep. So I'm using a pair of old socks I found in my drawer. They are pretty old and they will be perfect for this project. Just remember before you start working on them, flip them inside out so the seams are in the inside of the sock and not on the outside. That would look pretty weird. And from what I can see, it seems like the socks have already been repaired, so that tells you how old they are. But they are going to look pretty awesome when I finish. Now I'm just taking an outline of my foot. I'm going to use that as a guide when I'm sewing. I highlight the lines with a highlighter because the pen I used wasn't showing very much in the camera. So now with this done, I'm going to cut the paper and that should be it. Remember to draw the line between your big toe and the rest of the toes because we're going to need that line later. Now using the piece of paper as a guide, I am going to use the highlighter, the pink highlighter, to draw a line, and this is where I'm going to be sewing with the sewing machine. When you're drawing the line in the other sock, don't forget to flip the paper out because you don't want to end up with two right socks or two left socks. If you pay attention, you'll notice that the big toe is a little smaller in this sock. We are going to have problems with that in the future, so just a word of warning. And now for the fun part. It wasn't actually that fun. I I had to repeat the process a couple of times because I suck at this. So yeah, there's that. But all in all, it's a pretty straightforward process. You just saw the first part, then try to leave a good separation between the big toe and the rest of the toes because we're going to cut in the middle of the stitches or whatever they call them. So that's one down. Now we're going to the next one. Again, remember to leave enough space between the big toe and the other toes. I'm repeating this because I actually I actually screwed it up in the first place and didn't leave enough space and kind of have to do everything again, but just so you don't suffer the same thing I had to. Now we're doing the second sock that has the big toe a little smaller, and you can see it right away. I mean, you saw my toe, it was much bigger than that. So I am hoping that it stretches a little bit so I can actually wear these socks. If not, I'm going to cry deeply because now I'm going to cut the sock. I should have made it again just to be sure, but anyway. Now we cut the excess cloth. Remember to cut from outside of the string, because if you do it on the inside it's just going to open. I mean, yeah, I didn't need to clarify that. Yeah, I should have speed this up because it's kind of tedious, but yeah, this is what I was warning you. If you actually don't leave enough space, you can cut in the middle, so that will leave a big hole in the middle of the toes and ruin the little sock. And sewing that back is a little complicated because you have little cloth to work with. As you can see, I'm struggling with the scissor because it wasn't very sharp, but once you finish, you just take the sock and flip it back and you're done, basically. So here we got the finished product. Now let's try them on, shall we? So here we are with my feet. Now let's try it on. Yeah, as I said, the toe was too small. I had to stretch it, but in the end it actually fit really well. It just needed to stretch a little bit. The second one didn't give me any problem. It actually fit really nice. So there you go, your own customized split toe socks. And now I'm going to try them on with some sandals, because when I'm in the house or even in the street, I like to look fancy, and socks and sandals are the way to go. And as always, guys, thank you for watching and see you next time.